Hi guys, it's Ksenia. Welcome back to my channel. So today we got a nice cozy vibe going. I feel like every single time I try to go and film videos, it's always raining outside, but today it's like really raining outside and you might hear thunder and all kinds of noises out there, but I feel like that kind of adds to the coziness of this video, so we're gonna roll with it. Today I'm gonna share with you some of my rich and bougie type body mist. Each of the body mists I'm going to share with you today could honestly double up as a perfume. You don't even need a perfume if you have these body mists, and if you're somebody that's maybe trying to get into perfumes but you find that they're just too much for you, you could easily start with any one of these and they will get you very far. I have no doubt that if you have any one of these body mists on, people will think you're wearing like a high-end perfume. I've personally worn some of these out and I've had people ask me, what perfume are you wearing? And when I tell them I'm wearing a $5 body mist, they're always shocked. There's this misconception out there that you gotta spend a lot of money to smell good, and that's just not the case. Obviously there are body mists that smell really cheap, but you just gotta search a little, and I feel like nowadays especially there's a lot of really high-end smelling body mists that are coming out. So yeah, you don't need to break the bank, as I always say, to smell incredible. So if you want some rich and bougie body mist recommendations, then just keep watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and turn your post notifications on, and let's get started. Starting with Sunrise Woods. This came out in a fall collection a few years ago, but this scent is so underrated. Even when it first came out, I didn't really hear a lot of people talk about this, but this is sort of like a dupe-ish. I'm saying dupe-ish because it's not 100% identical, but will get you around the same vibe to Versace's Bright Crystal Noir. It has the same type of dark coconutty type of vibe, not a beachy tropical coconut, but just a really dark creamy type of coconut. There is no coconut in here. It has creamy sandalwood, sweet berries, and cozy cashmere. So this is a really woodsy, deep berry scent, not the juvenile kind of berries. It's more jammy type of berry. The berries in here have a lot of depth to them. It's not just like fruity, fresh, and uplifting. There's a nice dark sexiness to the scent, and this could easily double up as a perfume. I mean, it literally is very similar to the scent profile of Bright Crystal Noir, which is a high-end designer perfume, also a perfume that is highly complimented, so you kind of get the same vibe with this scent. By the way, I say this always on these body mist videos because I don't always talk about body mists that are available currently at Bath & Body Works, because they always recycle their scents and they discontinue their scents a lot, so you may not always be able to find these in stores. And so I'm going to repeat it again for any new viewers that's watching this. If you see any body mist on here that you can't get in stores currently, definitely go on secondhand websites like Mercari or Poshmark, and you can get just about any discontinued body spray on there, so definitely don't forget to look there. Another really underrated scent from Bath & Body Works is Whipped Rose Latte. I am not one to love heavily coffee type scents, whether it's in perfumes or body mist, because coffee notes oftentimes are just way too strong and they can tend to overpower other notes in the scent. But in here, it's literally a whipped rose latte. It's almost like a creamy, delicious sweet cappuccino that you put little rose petals on top. So this has crushed rose petals, yeah, literally, cocoa flour, and whipped foam. It's cozy and creamy. It does have that latte vibe, but not like a strong black coffee scent. It's more so just a soft, creamy, sweet latte scent, but that mixture with the rose is so delicious in here. I also don't love strictly rose scents either. There's a certain type of rose I really do not like, and that is this really synthetic, dated, mature kind of rose. And if you ever see me recommending a rose, it's a rose that is not that vibe at all. Like, it's a really pretty, uplifting, most of the time rose watery kind of rose. I tend to really love that type of rose. And speaking of rose, I've said rose like 55 times, but Rose by Bath & Body Works, this is also an incredible high-end smelling scent. I would think this would come from like the Chanel Chance line, and it lasts just as much as those perfumes do, which is not that much, okay? Unfortunately, it's not the best performing scent because it's a little bit on the softer side, but when you have literal $200 almost perfumes that also perform like a body spray, why would you then get those perfumes and not a body spray? If anything, with a scent like this, you don't really feel that bad about overspraying because it's a $5 body mist, so if you get through it super fast, you can just replace it. Whereas with a high-end designer scent like a Chanel Chanson Tendre that everybody's obsessed with, that scent I literally would douse myself in, and within 2 to 3 hours it was gone. Poof, like evaporated off of my skin. This scent has airy rose water, jasmine petals, and creamy musk. Like I said, I love a nice rose water scent. I just find them really calming and really beautiful and feminine, and this is just that. A nice layering combo that I always do with that scent is pairing that up with Givenchy Irresistible. It makes for such an incredible feminine, ethereal, angelic type of scent combo, so definitely check that out. Next, I have 2 scents that to me smell super rich and bougie. These are from the Everyday Luxuries collection. So first, I have Midnight Addiction. This scent is a total dupe for Black Opium Le Parfum. The Black Opium Le Parfum is my favorite of the Black Opium line because of the heavy vanilla presence in that scent, and this has the exact same vibe as that scent. Literally, if you smell this next to that perfume, you couldn't differentiate that they were 2 different scents. Like, they are almost identical. They have the same strength, projection, all that good stuff. This has ripe plum, rich almond flour, and addictive coffee bean. The coffee in here is really soft. It's almost softer than it is in Black Opium, which I love about this scent because, as I said earlier, not a huge fan of that bitter, overly strong kind of coffee scent. So in here, it's more like sweet coffee bean. And then it has that ripe plum, which gives it like this nice plum jam type of scent. There is no vanilla in here, but I very much smell vanilla, like this Madagascar vanilla, really just rich vanilla scent, same as I get in the Black Opium Le Parfum. I think from the Everyday Luxuries, this is probably my favorite of all of them. A very close second is Pink Obsessed. This one's a dupe for Valentino Donna Born in Roma, and this is an exact dupe also of it. So again, just smells really rich and luxe and just like a high-end designer perfume. A lot of the scents in the Everyday Luxuries collections are really good picks if you want to smell bougie on a budget, but I think those 2 are my favorites, and I think the most well done of all of the other ones in the line. I have Fairy Tale. I haven't really heard about this scent in a while, but this is very reminiscent of Libre from YSL, the original one. It's got the same sort of really nice warm floral kind of scent. It's not as lavender focused as the original Libre perfume. This doesn't have lavender, so you're not going to get that in here. And I know a lot of people actually don't like the lavender in Libre, so you might love this because it's the same scent minus that strong lavender. This has pomegranate nectar, fresh orange blossom, vanilla bean, and warm amber. And it is just that. It's a really warm, floral, ethereal. To me, it smells like a little garden fairy, and I love the packaging for this scent. It's giving fairy tale for sure. It smells just like Libre, but I would say a softer version, not as intense, doesn't have that lavender like I said, and also doesn't have this strong patchouli sort of scent that Libre also has. Next, I have Forever Red. This is a classic from Bath & Body Works, and I've loved this scent for years and still is such a good scent. They have discontinued this, but they bring it back every so often. I don't know the next time they will bring this back, but I do know that for the upcoming SAS, which is just around the corner by the way, they're gonna be bringing out a little flanker for Forever Red. It's gonna be Forever Red. I think it's vanilla rum, so I'm really excited for that because it's gonna have a lot of the same vibe as this, just with that vanilla rum, which sounds amazing to me. This scent has fiery pomegranate, red peony, rich vanilla rum, and oak wood. I love pomegranate. I love a nice warm peony pink floral scent. This has always just smelled so high-end to me. Low-key does smell a little bit like shampoo, which takes a little bit away from that super high-end vibe, but just that nice booziness from that rich vanilla rum. It's literally rich vanilla rum. I think that booziness just makes this scent so freaking expensive smelling, and I would easily pay over $100 for that if that was a designer perfume. And last but not least, and speaking of perfume I would pay well over $100 for, You're the One. This literally gives the Ms. Dior line a run for its money. It's like a little Ms. Dior fragrance disguised as a body spray. This is so strong. The projection of this is crazy. Nothing like what you would imagine a body spray would do, but this just defies all odds, okay? This is not your typical body spray. This has white birch, velvety rose, and a drop of strawberry nectar. This is just like a sweet, jammy rose with a drop of strawberry nectar. Literally a drop of strawberry nectar, because the strawberry is not intensely strong in that scent, but it does add a little bit of sweetness, kind of adds on to the jamminess of that rose that's in there. And I'm obsessed with it. If you saw my husband rates my favorite body mist video, which I'll link up here, you can see his reaction to that scent in that video. He was all for it. He gave it a 10 out of 10. And that's one of those body sprays where I have worn and people have asked me what perfume I was wearing, and I told them that it was that body spray, and literally they were shocked. So definitely don't sleep on You're the One. All of my rich and bougie, baddie on a budget type of body mists. I would say if you can only get 2 from this entire video that smell the most rich and bougie on a budget, it would probably be Midnight Addiction or You're the One. These are 2 very different scent profiles as well. So if you're like a vanilla girly or more of like a rose, feminine, sweet kind of girl, then you can find something in either one of these. But yeah, this is just to kind of like simplify this video if you only want 2 options. Either one of these, any one of these scents honestly, but those 2 I think are on the top of like rich, bougie, classy type of perfumes that are not actually perfumes. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let me know any other body mist type videos you'd want me to do. Leave me your requests in the comments down below. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and turn your post notifications on, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.